Shalom, this is Charles Barcelona, allies in camp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father and the Son, in the proper true Hebrew tongue, the last one of the Paleo Hebrew. Kal, Halam La, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashem, Harakak Kodash Moth. Also, double to the elders of the Apostle of GMS, and double Shemad as well, Mahawa Masharala, peace and blessing 1/3, and salutation for elect. There's gonna be a quick little spiritual hydration going on our people. Well, shoot, anybody, 2/3 heathens, Esau, either all above. Basically, they believe that this place is gonna be here for a little longer. You know, Esau think it's gonna be here forever. Esau think his plan gonna be able to be uh, 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 done. He think gonna get all the robots, everybody gonna be everything that these elites get planned. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna come. It's not gonna come into fruition. Ultimately, the only thing that's gonna come into fruition is the beginning. They are gonna have martial law because the dollar is gonna be collapsed and a new monetary digital currency is gonna be pushed out. And ultimately, the MLTB being that sign that this place needs to be, wiped off the map. The missiles gonna come to 200 million ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, gonna hit this place, and the elect gonna be scarcely saved, But that'll be the Lord catching Esau with that cookie right in his mouth, taking a bite almost, but not be able to fully do his plan. Esau got a whole new world order plan, but the Lord is not gonna allow everything to happen. Only the things that needs to happen, or for this place to have a sign of destruction, and for the elect to have the wah, the exemption. All right, but some people believe this place gonna be here for 100 more years, 200 more years, however long. And anyone that doesn't believe in the scriptures of the Bible, or or God, ultimately, his name being Yahweh, the Most High, the Father. If they do believe in a higher power, the scriptures, they be like, I don't know when it's gonna happen, even though it's talked about a lot, in these times. This is what these times are coming to. It's talked about quite a lot. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Probably like 100 years, 200 years. Probably along when I'm gone. I don't even know my grandson ain't gonna know about it. These are examples nonetheless. But that's not true. It's in the scriptures right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I can get it Luke 21, or I get it Matthew 24. Yeah, Matthew 24. I'm gonna start at verse 30. There's verse 30. Okay. This is verse 30 of Matthew chapter 24. It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven." Them clouds being chariots of heaven with power and great glory. So this is Yahweh Shai coming back, man. Matthew's 10 and 34. Think not I come to send peace on this earth, but a sword. The Lord is coming back, and He's not coming back with a quote unquote rapture. He's not coming to save everybody. He's coming to destroy this place and do His Father's will once again. And His Father is sending these other nations to rise up against Babylon, this place America, spiritually Babylon. His arrows is not going to miss their mark or break their ranks. Them nuclear missiles, them ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. So he's sending outside, and he's sending a missile to destroy this place off the earth. Make this place a lake of fire, and ultimately making the world uninhabitable. Verse 31, "And He shall send His angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together His elect from the four winds." From the four winds, so comment off of the face of the earth, so like out of the four corners of the earth, the four hemispheres, the whole earth, mostly being in Babylon, this place, America, seriously Sodom and Egypt. He says, from one end of heaven to another, now learn the parable of the fig tree when its branch is yet tender and put forth leaves. We're in that time now. We're in the time of grace. We're in the beginning of the end. We're nearing the end. There's so much. I seen I seen videos, man. Jake mocking 100% tariffs on like China putting tariffs on America. You gonna have to pay $200 for Chinese food, man. I mean, Jake funny, man. Nonetheless, America's putting tariffs on the other countries. The countries are gonna do the same, man. It causes inflation and hyperinflation and sedition among men. They'll rise up against their presidents and their kings and amongst themselves. Start rioting and looting, all that stuff. It says when his branch is yet tender and put forth leaves, you know that the summer is nigh. So come, man, this is winter. Everything is dead now. This is nighttime. Nothing is alive. The roaches are out. All the night creatures are here. But the summer is nigh. Salvation is near. Than we ever imagined. And ultimately being that's salvation. The Lord coming and giving his elect the kingdom. It says, verse 33, so likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, the generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. So ultimately going to verse 34, Matthew chapter 24, it says, verily I say unto you, the generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So people think this place gonna be here for a couple more forever or hundreds of years. You gonna be here. Everyone that and just about, on unless they get judged beforehand, just by everyone is gonna be here. And if you don't know nobody, you gonna know somebody on you you gonna know a celebrity. You gonna know a celebrity or actor, your favorite celebrity here, or your favorite whatever. They're most likely gonna be here, and you gonna see them in their time of tribulation, but not no test for them. It's a judgment, a righteous indignation, you know. So the Lord is gonna come like a thief of the night as well. Don't get that. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. It says the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but his long suffering to us were not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So come, man, the Lord gonna come out like a thief in the night. The Lord is not like concerning his promise. He gonna come out the skies with a cloud. He's sending the Most High, the Father, the Most High, Yahweh, is sending his Son to do that with a fleet of chariots. He's coming for the ones that didn't believe in him and had a chance to, for these heathens and for Esau. The ultimately the physical counterpart of Satan, man, the wicked, the antagonist. And he's coming for his elect to give them salvation. You know. And that's why it says this should not come. Let me get it again. Matthew chapter 24, verse 34 again says, verily I say unto you, generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So kind man, who's a part of that generation? The elect. But ultimately separating that generation to this generation, this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, which in time were not a people, but are now the people of Yahweh, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. The Lord didn't have to save us. The Lord did not have to save his children, the so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, and the one-third out of a nation, and 100 over 1,011. He does not have to save them. We turn our back on the Lord, and over and over backsliding, But ultimately, he's gonna give us a chance anyways because he loves us. He loves his children. He loves the ones that serve him. He loves them that love him. You know, he loves them that love him. Um, and kind man, his chosen generation. So that's a chosen and separate and a holy nation, means a set apart that's gonna be saved out of the upcoming destruction. But the other ones that didn't believe, that believe this place gonna be here forever, that they gonna die here, nah, you gonna perish here, all right. But you're not gonna perish. You're not gonna perish by old age and living your life fully, living up to 100 years old or whatever. You're gonna perish by the sword. You can perish by destruction and famine and pestilence, because that's what the Lord has ordained you to be stricken by. If especially if you're a young man now, you 30 or 40 or 50, you got a lot more years to go. So if the place, the place still is here for 5 or 10 more years, and you're still gonna be ripening for for you to see your own destruction, man. That the Lord is sending to this place. But yeah, that was a little spiritualization is going on and stress in this place. It's not gonna. It's not gonna be. Um, it's not gonna be. This place not. This place not gonna be here forever. It's definitely not gonna be here till you're old and sick and all done and crippled. Or you might be all those things, but you know, but and you still gonna be here though. Your soul either gonna be a heaven. Sorry, your soul either gonna be with the Father on the left hand, right hand side, um, or you're gonna be here waiting and seeing everything. All right, but that was a lesson. Every result that was edifying little lesson with that. Shalom.